Hello team, welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video with myself, Jonathan MS Pearce. This is Ukraine War breaking news update, although this is news that happened last night and I reported on it this morning, but now we're getting some battle damage assessment out of a set of strikes on an airbase in Crimea that has brought about some really good news. Okay, so the Ukrainian SBU conducted another successful operation against a Russian airfield, this time on Ukrainian soil. The Kirovsk airbase in Russian-occupied Crimea was struck, resulting in one Pantsir S-1 air defense system. So that's already a decent haul. That's a really good air defense system for that the Russians use. 3 helicopters, a Mi-8, Mi-26 and Mi-28 being destroyed there. Fantastic news. So Pantsir S-1 and 3 different Mi helicopters taken out. Now, you can see it's fairly near, well, approaching, I guess, the Kerch side of things. It's on the eastern side of Crimea, at the bottom of the sand spit bar, whatever you call it, from Helichesk down to this corner. So that's where it's situated. NASA firms map also shows extensive fires at the facility, which are recent, and we can go and check that out here. So Kirovsky military airbase firm shows massive fires overnight. The airbase has been targeted multiple times since the beginning of 2024, but it's really good news to see that some equipment was taken out. That should hurt the Russians a little bit there. So not only was equipment taken out in terms of air defense units and helicopters, and you can assume that would have been around this kind of area, but there was apparently extensive damage done to some of the infrastructure as well. So that's really good news. Jimmy Rushton here says, well, first of all, War Translator, SBU has confirmed the attack on Kirovsky airfield in occupied Crimea, and a successful overnight operation. SBU drones destroyed the Russian Pantsir S-1, 3 helicopters. Secondary detonations continued through the night, so there was other stuff that was blowing up too. Jimmy Rushton, security analyst, says June has been an absolutely terrible month for the Russian Air Force, and it keeps getting worse. If these losses are confirmed, it will mark the first Mi-26 helicopter loss of the war so far. Mi-26 is the largest helicopter in the world and costs between 20 and 30 million new. So we've got a Mi-8, Mi-26 and Mi-28. Let's look at the Mi-8. Here we go, Mi-8 helicopter. So this is what it looks like. That's your Mi-8, and you can see it can have sort of rocket pods on as well. Could probably transport quite a few. The Mi-26, which was what was just noted there, that's a first reported loss of this helicopter, and it represents the largest helicopter there. So that is more like a transport helicopter. And then you've got the Mi-28 as well, and this is an attack helicopter. That's the one there, sort of the one that you saw in the other pictures. So that's more like an attack helicopter, kind of Apache equivalent. So those 3 helicopters taken out is really good news. We'll look at the video in a second. So yeah, that Mi-26 is the largest helicopter in the world, costs between 20 and 30 million macaroonies. Okay, so let's look at the video that I showed you last night, and here it is. We'll start from the beginning here. So you can hear in the background, I don't even hear it that clearly, but secondary explosions going off. And there were reports at the time that this video showed 1 helicopter on fire, but I presume that's it, and I said that this morning. I presume what you can see right in front of you there is a helicopter on fire. There are a couple of other helicopters that you're just about to see as well, or you have seen over to the left here. So if we restart the video, as he pans left, there's a helicopter there and there's a helicopter here. Neither of those look like they're on fire at the point of recording, but you never can tell what happens afterwards. So that was the video that we got, and it seemed like it was good news then. And now we hear that it was even better news. It's even better news. So that's excellent for the Ukrainians. So earlier reports were that multiple explosions hit the airfield in occupied Crimea overnight. According to Crimean Wind, 5 to 6 blasts were heard between 2:50 and 3:02 a.m. After drones flew over the area, a helicopter caught fire, ammunition exploded, and fuel tanks and air defense system were likely hit. And there were also other reports of infrastructure being hit as well. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah, it's Max25 saying there were 5 to 6 explosions, most likely warehouses and air defense facilities were hit. So we heard air defense at the Pantsir S-1. There was also a hit on one of the aircraft parking lots, burning helicopters visible. Fuel tanks of Su fighters also exploded. So fuel tanks too. So good news for the Ukrainians. Excellent stuff. Long may this kind of activity continue, and hopefully the Russians will suffer even more if we can get, or if the Ukrainians can get hold of some of their own ballistic missiles, some of these Crim 2 that are hopefully being made to scale. And then you have these Peklo missile or missile drones and hybrid drones that are being utilized as well, that perhaps we might see more of these airfields getting hit that are within that range of, I mean, that's not crazy far, but you know, it is a bit of a distance to get to the other side of Crimea from safe land. But you know, imagine if we've got 500 kilometers, if they can get those Crim 2s to fire up to 500 kilometers, imagine what air bases could be hit. So that's just me getting a bit of hopium on there. But anyway, good news. And let me know what you think. Take care. I'll speak to you soon.